you? Good morning to you who are listening to this in the morning. I hope you guys spend great day. Don't forget to stay safe. Don't forget to wear mask when you go outside. I hope we can get through this pandemic together, right? And good afternoon to you who are listening in the afternoon. Good luck for today too, and enjoy the rest of the day as well. Also, good evening to you who are listening in the evening, to you who are maybe just got arrived home after work, or to you who will go to sleep maybe. I hope you could rest well at these hours, guys. Don't forget to appreciate yourself because I believe you did well today too. Of course. Okay, guys, so honestly, I'm a bit melancholic today because I lost such an important item in my life. It's my lightning to headphone jack adapter that had been accompanying me for years, just broken a few days ago, and I don't know, it left such a grief feeling to me. Okay, y'all know, if you are a phone with no audio jack user, you will relate to this. Well, probably. But if you are unaware to this situation, I will let you know that the adapter is really helpful to connect, such as a conventional earpod or headphone with 3.5 millimeter jack. I think, yeah, it's 3.5 millimeter jack cables to the phone. Because there are some moments that I can't use the wireless earpod well, so I guess until this time I still prefer using non-wireless earpod rather than the wireless one. Okay, you may ask, why is it that important to me? Why did it leave such a grief feeling to me? It's because I need my earpod almost all the time of my life, guys. But why? Yeah, it's because sometimes the world is so noisy. Okay, so did you notice it in the morning when you wake up? The alarm ringing, your mom is busy calling your name, then you go to work, go to school, or go to anywhere, but all of a sudden you are trapped on the traffic jam. You hear the vehicle sound, horn honks, siren of the ambulance or the police car blares, the watch on your wrist ticking, people talking, and you could hear all of them, right? They all have sound. They all produce sound. As we live in urban area in particular, I believe we can't avoid it. To hear almost everything or everyone's sound all the time in our life. And that's why sometimes I do feel the world is too noisy for me, at least. Okay, so me is an introvert. Yes, I took MTBI test in the internet for a few times, but I don't know about the it though, and the result is still the same. But probably I'm not gonna talk about it. And yeah, not gonna lie, guys, that noisy atmosphere sometimes drains my energy so much. To be honest, I don't mind to socialize with people. I love to mingle well with everyone. To have a deep talk with someone, I'd really love to. Sometimes people is misunderstanding an introvert as an antisocial, right? But in fact, no, we are not. We love to interact, but we also need space to charge. There are some moments when I don't feel right to be in the middle of the crowd. I get exhausted easily. I stress a lot when I think the circle is uncomfortable for me, and sometimes I wish I could escape. I wish I could avoid it. I guess you guys have been in this situation too. Whether you are an introvert or an extrovert, when you sit in the middle of people but you don't feel the atmosphere is right for you, the vibe is full of prejudice and judgments. Everyone judging, everyone's arguing, gossiping, probably mocking, so on. I have several times when I force and challenge myself to listen to that kind of speech. And you know what? It stressed me a lot. And how impactful it is that it could change my perspective towards something, towards people, towards anything. I judge too without realizing it. My body is responding to that kind of negativity without I'm knowing it. And that's so sick, I think. And that's the reason why I need my earpod the most. To avoid noise that I don't want to hear. I long for serene vibes. I long for serenity. To only hear everything that I want to listen to. To hear everything that I want to hear. I know discussing with people, with somebody could broaden my mind, could open my narrow stereotypes, and I love to. I don't say that I hate talking with people, right? But by staying silent, I learn how to respect people. I find myself in quiet, what I truly am. I can keep myself in check when it's quiet. I can talk to myself more, to introspect, to reflect, to retrospect, to be more focused on something. I stop judging, I shut my judgment to. I observe more instead of judging, and I really find peace in my mind. I don't stretch much thinking of unnecessary things. I have much energy left to do something more important, to do something I really want to do, and this makes me happy. So, what is more substantial than our happiness, right? That's why I need to avoid something when I don't feel it's right anymore. To avoid noise that I don't want to hear, to save energy, to save emotion, to save myself. The world is noisy, yes. The world is noisy. The world is noisy because it's moving, because everything in it is living, right? Everyone is making their life. Even the heartbeat is producing sounds too, right? Everyone is trying to survive. It's true that everything has sound, everything produces sounds too. But I hope that we're not neglecting that we also have sound. We produce sounds too. Every step we walk produce sounds, leave sounds. Sometimes people could hear its echo. Every word we say produce sounds, leave sounds, and also sometimes people still could hear its echo after a year, 5 years, 10 years, maybe even forever. The world is too noisy and we can't change it. We can't change it anytime just because we want to, but we can change ourselves, right? And from this, I also learned that we can't control anything because it doesn't suit us well. We can't control people to make the world to be the world we want to live in, but we can control ourselves to avoid something that we don't want to hear, to control our mind to respond towards something, to control what kind of sound we want to produce. Because as I told before, even for 5 years, for 10 years later, the sound we produce, the word that we speak today still could be heard. It could echo last long in somebody's heart, somebody's mind. Never say that somebody is too sensitive. Everybody was born as the same human being. They have feeling, they have brain, they have emotion too. So all bodies are equal. We are the same. We are susceptible to feel emotion, right? So sometimes when people get offended by something, it's not them being sensitive. It is something is being offending. You know what I'm saying? I can't control people to not produce sound. I can't control people to not produce noise. But I can control and choose what kind of sound that I want to listen to. I can control my playlist in my phone so I could hear my favorite music. We can't control people to make us happy, right? Instead, we have to control ourselves to make us happy. Because we make our own happiness, right? Know what I mean? Okay, guys, so I think that's all. Another my gibberish. Thank you so much for listening. And I'd like to remind you all that you can disagree with my opinion anytime. You can contest my opinion as well. Please let me know what you're thinking about it. You can also share to me some of your experience so I can bring it to anyone who just feel lost, probably about the same situation as you have been through. Advices and suggestions are always welcomed. And please send it to wwtmapodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to keep listening to this podcast, to this show on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, and YouTube. You don't need premium account or purchase anything. It's just for free, guys. And okay, once again, thank you for listening. I'll see you again next time. Bye.